what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail all the same. Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.
Hi everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining me again. So, I think collecting is such a personal thing. That's why people get super passionate about it. There's a variety of things that I have that I like, maybe other people don't. And I think that's why people get so passionate about it. And we're at an interesting time right now. I know we always say that, but there are interesting and different ways to collect. There always has been. Obviously, you can collect bobbleheads. I have a couple of those. You can collect comics. You can collect DC. You can collect Marvel. You can collect statues. And everybody kind of does it the way they want to do it. And it's great. And there's also this element of community. I want to do it with friends, share it with others, talk about, different plot lines and all kinds of different things that might happen to these characters. Obviously, the movies has been a part of that. And so all of these things are kind of jumbled together and have changed the world of collecting. They continue to change the world of collecting. This channel, obviously, I did do a pivot and have talked more about it from a technological perspective with NFTs and digital collecting, which is a new thing that really has only been around, from the comic perspective, only about a year. And so now, like I said last Thursday, when DC entered the market and they are now selling their digital NFT comics, both Marvel and DC have entered this market, as well as many others. It's an interesting time, but I think it is something that is going to change kind of the face of collecting as we know it going forward. I want to articulate a number of different things why I think this is going to happen. And is it good? Is it bad? That's for you to decide. I'll tell you my thoughts on it, and I definitely think it's coming. It's already here in a lot of ways. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about what happened this week and why as I mentioned in my other video a couple days ago, why my brain melted. And maybe it's because I saw this vision of the future.
I am inevitable.
And I think it's now inevitable. Okay, so let's fast forward, rewind, do all these types of things. And I'm not going to get too into the weeds, but I think it's good to understand and take a step back, look at everything from a 10,000 foot level. Collecting has been around forever. Obviously, collecting comics has been around a long time as well. And it's such a personal thing. So, for example, this is one of my favorite Joker covers by Gabriel Delato. Just an incredible one. Some people may hate it. Some people may love it. For me, it's one of my favorite ones of all time. And I think it's just beautiful on a lot of levels. He's one of my favorite artists. Some people may hate it. Some people hate modern books. But that's okay. That's how it is. With the new kind of advent of NFTs, it is an element of collecting. You can have it, you can sell it, you can display it. There's multiple ways. And I think in the future, when we get more technology, you'll be able to display it in more ways. Obviously, it is kind of in this digital world. So that kind of doesn't appeal sometimes to the physical. And I get that. I totally get that. But here's what's interesting and why my head kind of exploded when I looked specifically at the BatCowl project that I started to get involved in over literally only the last couple days. I've spent a tremendous amount of time researching. I've listened to tons and tons, hours and hours of Twitter spaces. I listened to the AMA where they had some of their key executives. And I admit that in 48 hours, how much can I learn? Obviously, there are a lot of other people that know more than I, but I still can have an opinion on what I saw. And what I saw was, I think, the future. Okay, so as a comic book collector, put aside NFTs, put aside all this stuff. Let's just talk about collecting and fun and loving characters. But as much as you collect comics, you kind of, you really want to be and see some of these artists or writers or creators or be a part of the game of it all. And as you get more and more involved, that is something that you see from afar, but you kind of want to be involved with. If you were to buy a BatCowl today, forget that it's an NFT, forget all that stuff. It is like a token. It is like a ticket. And when I think about, before NFTs, I would be like, you know what? I would like to be, if they had like a membership for Marvel or for DC, and I could get these types of things. Let me enumerate some of them. Hey, if I go to Comic-Cons, there's a special group meetup. That would be fun, meet other people. Hey, they might sometimes have legendary people there like Jim Lee. Oh, yeah, definitely. That'd be incredible. Oh, and by the way, there is going to be a new comic that if you're a part of this membership, you'll be able to vote and you'll be able to determine certain things that happen in the plot line. Oh, amazing. I would love to be a part of that. That's really cool. I recognize that may or may not be part of the main line, but it's still fun. I like that type of stuff. Oh, and by the way, if there are other free things that we're just going to give you periodically, and you could sell those, keep those, do whatever you want, including free comics, oh, yeah, I'd like that. Oh, in addition, we have this new thing called NFT comics. You potentially, we don't know for sure, could be whitelisted, meaning you would be first in line to buy these. Oh, really? If I was part of this membership, I would get that? That sounds pretty good. And there are only a set number of these memberships, 11,500. They're completely sold out, and they cost around $700 right now. And if you want out of the club, you could sell your membership to another person. Forget the NFT aspect, forget all that. This membership exists, and it is the BatCowls. Oh, well, who did this? Is this supported by DC? DC supports this, and Jim Lee is the main person who is providing content for that. That sounds really interesting to me as an avid comic book collector. I would like to be a part of that. And really, that's why I bought my 2 BatCowls. Maybe I'll buy more, maybe I don't know. But it is intriguing. Now, why does it even more melt my brain? Because Marvel right now is with a different company called Veve. You can buy their comics. You can buy their collectibles. I've been talking about that. They don't provide any of this additional utility, but they will. And the reason why they will is because we've seen this again and again. That's how competition works. And so that's what I mean by this is going to be the future of collecting. The future of collecting is going to be not only collecting awesome and cool stuff, it's going to be additionally being part of a community. So once you are in and get these BatCowls, you're part of that community. They're talking all the time. They have meetups. And it will be brand new experiences that you yearn for. Perfect example. I bought the Secret Rare Spider-Man about a year ago. Very expensive. And everybody was so excited about it. There's only 1,000 of them. And we'd say, you know what, that'd be awesome. Is if if you had a Secret Rare Spider-Man, then maybe you could, get in early and see the new Spider-Man movie. That would be so spectacular. Oh, guess what? If you own a BatCowl and you were in New York, you got to see Black Adam first. Unbelievable. So these types of activities, these types of experiences are available now. And that's why I say the future is now. I don't know where this is going. I continually say that, and I will say that again and again. But I think that all of this digital collecting, all of these NFTs, comics, all these different things are changing the game. And it's broadening the scope. It's not just physical comic book collectors like myself. When Superman 1 dropped the other day, 100,000 people went for the drop. I would bet, I'm just guessing, maybe only 20% of those people were physical comic book collectors. These are brand new people coming into collecting. And now they're both going to collect digital and physical. It's an exciting time. I definitely will keep trying to cover it, giving you my thoughts. I appreciate everybody. I'll talk to y'all soon.